Imagine for a moment that every single day is like a blank page, and you're the one holding the pen. What you write on that page, what you create with it, that's completely up to you. Every sunrise gives you another chance to shape your future, to push the limits of what's possible. The question is, what are you going to build today? Progress doesn't happen by accident. It's not luck. It's the outcome of consistent effort, small improvements, and the refusal to settle for average. Every breakthrough, every discovery, every success in human history came from someone who decided to keep improving, even when no one was watching. Success is not about one big moment. It's about a collection of small wins that compound over time. Failure, on the other hand, is just small mistakes repeated every day. The difference between success and failure lies in the daily habits that shape who you become. The first thing to improve every day is your mindset. How you think determines how you act, and how you act determines what you create. If your mindset is focused on possibilities instead of problems, you start seeing doors where others see walls. Optimism isn't naivety, it's strategy. Because if you don't believe something can be done, you'll never even try. Next, improve how you communicate. Whether you're talking to your team, your family, or the world, communication is the bridge that turns ideas into reality. It's not about talking more, it's about listening better. Understand first, then speak. Clear thinking creates clear communication, and clear communication builds trust. Then there's discipline. Discipline is what separates those who dream from those who build. Motivation is temporary, but discipline is a system. It's waking up early when you don't want to. It's working through problems when you feel stuck. It's doing what's necessary even when it's not exciting. Every great invention, every rocket launch, every product that changes the world, it all begins with someone disciplined enough to finish what they start. Challenge your limits every day. Most people stop when things get hard, but that's exactly when growth begins. Every obstacle is just a signal that you're on the edge of something important. Don't shy away from discomfort. That's where the breakthroughs are. Manage your time like it's the most valuable resource you have, because it is. You can always make more money, but you can't make more time. Use it intentionally. Cut the noise. Focus on what truly matters. 10 minutes of deep focus is worth more than an hour of distraction. Keep learning. The world is changing faster than ever. Technology evolves, systems evolve, and if you stop learning, you fall behind. Read. Explore. Ask questions. Curiosity is the fuel of innovation. The smartest people I know never think they're the smartest person in the room. Pay attention to your finances. Money is a tool. Use it to build freedom, not dependency. Spend less than you earn. Invest in ideas, in people, in yourself. Small, consistent financial discipline builds empires over time. Keep working on yourself. Personal growth doesn't happen once. It's continuous. Every day, become a little better than you were yesterday. Be aware of your weaknesses, build on your strengths, and stay hungry. The person you're becoming is far more important than the person you've been. Live with purpose. Don't just chase success, chase significance. Ask yourself, why am I doing this? If the answer is strong enough, you'll keep going when things get hard. Purpose gives direction to your work and meaning to your struggle. And finally, stay grateful. Gratitude keeps you grounded when everything else feels uncertain. Be thankful for the team that believes in you, the problems that teach you, the failures that make you stronger. Gratitude turns pressure into perspective. Every day, you're writing another line in the story of your life. The choices you make today, your mindset, your discipline, your focus, they all create the person you'll become tomorrow. So keep going. Keep learning. Keep building. Because the future doesn't belong to the lucky, it belongs to the relentless. Every day, you wake up with two choices, to repeat the same patterns as yesterday, or to evolve. The people who change the world are the ones who choose evolution. They understand that progress is not an event, it's a process. You don't need to make massive changes overnight. Just improve one small thing every single day. One better decision. One smarter choice. One act of courage. That's how momentum is built. I've seen it again and again. Small improvements compound. One line of code refined, one design made simpler, one system made more efficient, and suddenly, what seemed impossible becomes inevitable. That's how rockets launch. That's how revolutions start. That's how we move humanity forward. And yes, there will be failure. There will be moments where things fall apart, where your best effort doesn't work. But failure isn't the opposite of success, it's a part of it. Each mistake carries information. Learn from it. Adjust. Move forward. The only true failure is giving up. Persistence beats perfection. Most people wait until conditions are perfect before they start. But conditions are never perfect. Start where you are. Use what you have. Build something, even if it's imperfect, because iteration is how excellence is created. Work ethic is underrated. Talent matters, but consistent hard work outperforms talent that doesn't show up. If you want to achieve something great, you have to be willing to do what most people won't. Stay focused when it's boring, push through when it's uncertain, and finish when others quit. Surround yourself with people who challenge you. You don't grow by being the smartest person in the room. You grow by being around people who think differently, who push your limits, who force you to question your assumptions. Great teams are built not on comfort, but on shared purpose and friction that leads to innovation. Take responsibility. Don't blame luck. Don't blame circumstances. Don't blame anyone. Own everything, your decisions, your outcomes, your growth. When you take responsibility, you gain control. When you blame others, you give that control away. Stay curious. Curiosity is what drives exploration, invention, and progress. Every major advancement in science, technology, and human history came from someone who asked, "What if?" Curiosity opens doors that knowledge alone never could. Keep your vision clear. When things get hard, and they will, your vision will be the only thing that keeps you moving. You don't push through pain for comfort. You push through for meaning. Vision gives you that meaning. It turns struggle into purpose. And remember, none of this happens overnight. Greatness isn't an explosion, it's a steady burn. It's the result of showing up day after day, improving by 1%, and refusing to quit. If you improve your thinking, your discipline, your focus, and your purpose every day, the world will eventually have no choice but to notice. Because consistency is louder than talent. Action is louder than intention. So build. Fail. Learn. Repeat. Keep your eyes on the stars, but keep your feet on the ground. And never forget, the future is built by those who refuse to wait for it. The truth is, every person has the same 24 hours. The difference between those who make history and those who just watch it happen is how they use those hours. Every decision, to work, to learn, to rest, to create, shapes the direction of your life. Most people underestimate what they can do in a year and overestimate what they can do in a day. They chase instant results, and when they don't see them, they stop. But real success is built slowly, quietly, in the background of your daily routines. When you commit to long-term thinking, you separate yourself from 99% of people. You stop reacting to the short term and start building for the long term. That's how you create something that lasts. Not a quick win, but a legacy. Never stop questioning everything. Every rule, every system, every assumption. Challenge it. Ask, is this the best way? Progress only happens when someone refuses to accept things as they are. The Wright brothers questioned gravity. Einstein questioned time. Tesla questioned energy. Innovation is born from those who dare to doubt. Fear is normal. If you're afraid, it means you're doing something that matters. The key is not to eliminate fear, it's to move forward despite it. Courage doesn't mean you feel no fear. Courage means you act even when you do. You'll meet resistance. People will doubt you, criticize you, even laugh at you. But remember, No one who ever changed the world was understood at first. Every new idea sounds impossible until it's done. Ignore the noise. Let results speak louder than opinions. Focus is your greatest weapon. The world is full of distractions, endless noise competing for your attention. But the people who make real impact are the ones who can go deep on one thing. Depth beats width. If you focus long enough, what was once complicated becomes simple. Embrace boredom. Most breakthroughs happen when you stay committed through the boring parts, when others give up because it's not exciting anymore. Boredom is not a signal to stop. It's a test to see how much you really care. Take care of your mind and body. You can't create your best work if you're running on empty. Sleep, exercise, eat well, disconnect. Productivity is not about working 18 hours a day. It's about working with clarity and energy when it matters most. Lead by example. Don't tell people what to do, show them. Work harder than anyone else. Stay calm under pressure. Admit your mistakes. Inspire not by words, but by actions. Leadership isn't a title. It's a responsibility to move people toward a vision. Keep your ego in check. The moment you think you've made it, you stop growing. Stay humble, stay hungry. Success can make you comfortable, and comfort is the enemy of progress. Always remember where you started, and let that fuel you to go further. Take risks. Safe decisions lead to ordinary outcomes. Every major breakthrough, in science, business, or life, came from a risk someone was willing to take. Don't fear losing. Fear never trying. The cost of regret is always higher than the cost of failure. Measure progress by how much you've grown, not just by what you've gained. Money, fame, and recognition are byproducts, not the goal. The goal is to become better, smarter, more capable, and more useful to the world. And when you succeed, stay kind. Use your success to lift others, not to stand above them. The greatest measure of achievement isn't what you build for yourself, but what you inspire others to build after you. At the end of the day, it's not about being perfect, it's about being relentless. It's about waking up every morning knowing you still have more to learn, more to give, and more to build. Keep moving forward. Keep innovating. Keep creating the future, because if you don't, someone else will. Every generation faces its own challenges, but also its own opportunities. The difference between the two depends on how you see them. Most people see problems and stop. A few see problems and start building solutions. Those few are the ones who change everything. If something matters to you, don't wait for permission. Don't wait for the perfect time, or the perfect team, or the perfect plan. Start now. Perfection is a moving target. It only exists in hindsight. What matters most is momentum. Once you move, everything else starts to align. You'll fail. Not once, not twice, hundreds of times. But each failure is data. Each mistake brings clarity. The people who win are simply those who learn faster than everyone else. Failure is not a wall. It's a mirror that shows you what needs to improve. And improvement is everything. Every day, your only real competition is who you were yesterday. Don't compare your chapter 2 to someone else's chapter 20. Focus on your own curve of progress. Some days you'll move fast, some days you'll crawl, but as long as you keep moving, you're winning. Be obsessed with solving real problems. The world doesn't reward ideas, it rewards execution. Everyone has ideas. Very few people have the courage to make them real. Ask yourself, does what I'm building make life better for someone? If the answer is yes, keep going. Even when it's hard. Especially when it's hard. Simplify. The more complex something is, the less scalable it becomes. Great design, great systems, great companies, they all thrive on simplicity. Anyone can make something complicated. It takes genius to make something simple and powerful. Speed matters. The world moves fast, and hesitation is the enemy of innovation. It's better to launch something imperfect today than a perfect version next year. Iterate, adapt, and evolve in real time. Perfection kills momentum. Speed creates it. Think long-term, but act short-term. Have a vision for the next 20 years, but execute like the next 20 minutes are your last. Big visions come alive through small, consistent actions. You can't plan the entire journey, but you can take the next right step. Stay curious about the world. Look at how things work, and more importantly, how they could work better. Curiosity is intelligence in motion. It's how you connect dots others don't even see. Never lose it. Never let routine kill it. Protect your time and energy. Not everyone deserves your attention. Not every opportunity deserves your effort. Focus on what aligns with your mission. Learn to say no to good things so you have space for great things. Remember, confidence isn't arrogance. Confidence is quiet. It's built from hours of doing the work, failing, improving, and doing it again. Arrogance is loud because it's insecure. True confidence doesn't need to prove itself. It shows itself through results. Never stop questioning why. Why do we do it this way? Why hasn't anyone fixed this yet? Why not me? The world progresses when people keep asking why not, instead of accepting that's just how it is. Care deeply about what you build. Care about the details, the impact, the people who use it. Passion isn't a marketing slogan, it's fuel. It's what keeps you working at 3 a.m. when everyone else has gone home. Without passion, there's no endurance. Without endurance, there's no greatness. And when things get tough, and they will, remember why you started. Remember the spark, the reason, the vision that pulled you in the first place. Hold on to that. It will carry you through the storms. In the end, the world doesn't change because of one giant leap. It changes because of millions of small steps taken by people who refuse to quit. Be one of them. Build things that matter. Take risks that count. Think bigger than yourself. Because someday, someone will look back and realize that what you're building today is what made their tomorrow possible. There comes a moment when you realize that waiting for the right time is just another form of fear. The truth is, there is no perfect time. There is only now. The people who make progress don't wait for everything to line up. They start, they stumble, and they figure it out along the way. If you believe in something, build it. Even when no one else sees what you see. Especially then. The world has always been moved forward by people who refuse to accept the limits around them. They weren't smarter than everyone else. They were just stubborn enough to keep going when everyone else stopped. Innovation doesn't come from comfort. It comes from frustration, from seeing something broken and deciding you won't tolerate it anymore. Every great idea starts with a simple realization: this could be better. That's how progress begins. Don't be afraid to dream so big that it sounds ridiculous. Every revolutionary idea looks crazy until it works. At one point, reusable rockets sounded impossible. Electric cars that outperform gas engines sounded like fantasy. Colonizing another planet? Science fiction. But progress doesn't care about what's realistic. It cares about what's possible if you refuse to give up. You'll face critics. Always. People who tell you it can't be done. People who mock your vision. People who want to see you fail so they can feel safe in their own comfort. Ignore them. Critics build nothing. History remembers the builders. Be willing to look foolish in the pursuit of something meaningful. If you only do what's safe, you'll only achieve what's average. The people who change the future are the ones willing to take risks, to look wrong, to fall on their face, and then get back up. The process will break you at times. There will be moments of exhaustion, uncertainty, and failure so deep that you'll question everything. But those moments are where character is forged. They're where you decide whether you're serious or just interested. If you're serious, you'll keep moving. Step by step. Day by day. Keep your circle small and strong. Surround yourself with people who think independently. People who challenge your ideas, not just agree with them. Great teams aren't built from comfort. They're built from trust and shared obsession. Find people who care as deeply as you do. and you'll go further than you can imagine. Focus on impact, not image. Let others chase attention. You chase results. The loudest person in the room rarely builds the most important things. Work quietly. Let your work make the noise. Keep iterating. Every version you build teaches you something. Every prototype, every test, every mistake, it's feedback. Progress is built on cycles of failure, learning, and adjustment. You don't need to get it right the first time. You just need to keep improving faster than everyone else. Don't lose your sense of wonder. Even when you've achieved something big, stay curious. There's always more to explore, more to learn, more to invent. The moment you think you've figured everything out, you've stopped growing. Treat your work as a mission, not a job. Jobs end when the paycheck stops. Missions don't. Missions become part of who you are. When your purpose is bigger than yourself, you'll find the strength to push through anything. And remember, legacy isn't built in public applause. It's built in the quiet hours when no one's watching. It's built when you show up again and again, even when you're tired, even when you've failed, even when you could walk away but don't. One day, people will look back and call it genius. But right now, it's just you, tired, uncertain, building something from nothing. That's what greatness looks like in real time. Keep going. Keep building. Keep believing in what doesn't exist yet. Because the future doesn't appear, it's engineered by those who dare to imagine it and refuse to stop until it's real. Every invention, every breakthrough, every leap in human progress begins with one simple thought. There has to be a better way. That thought is where change begins. But most people stop there. They dream, they imagine, and then they hesitate. The builders, the ones who truly change the world, are the ones who act on that thought. Action is everything. Ideas mean nothing without execution. You can plan for years, but nothing happens until you start. Even a flawed beginning is better than perfect hesitation. Because once you move, you learn. And once you learn, you adapt. That's how progress happens. Not in theory, but in motion. Understand this. Innovation is not comfortable. It's chaotic. It's unpredictable. Sometimes it looks like failure, until it isn't. The path to something great will never feel safe, because you're doing something no one else has done before. If it feels risky, that's usually a sign you're on the right track. You'll face resistance, from the world, from people, and most of all, from yourself. Doubt is part of the process. But you can't let fear make your decisions. Fear kills more ideas than failure ever will. When things get hard, when the odds seem impossible, remind yourself, everything that exists today once looked impossible too. The secret isn't motivation, it's consistency. Motivation fades. Consistency compounds. You don't need to feel inspired every day. You just need to show up. Small, consistent effort over time beats bursts of enthusiasm every time. Discipline is freedom. The more control you gain over yourself, your habits, your focus, your emotions, the more freedom you create to design the life you want. Every disciplined act today expands your potential tomorrow. Don't chase comfort. Comfort is the silent killer of ambition. Growth only happens under pressure, when you push beyond what's familiar, when you dare to be uncomfortable, when you stay focused in the middle of chaos. The struggle you're avoiding might be the very thing that makes you stronger. Your vision has to be bigger than your excuses. If it matters enough, you'll find a way. If it doesn't, you'll find a reason. Every person who achieved something extraordinary had moments where they could have quit, but they didn't. They stayed the course when no one else believed, and that made all the difference. Keep building even when no one is watching. Real work happens in the background. Progress is often invisible until suddenly, it isn't. The world only sees the success, not the years of silence, of failure, of rebuilding. Don't let the lack of applause make you doubt your direction. You have to think for yourself. Don't follow trends. Create them. Don't build what's popular. Build what's needed. Most people spend their lives trying to fit in. The ones who make history are the ones who stand out. Be bold enough to think differently. but disciplined enough to execute relentlessly. That's the balance that creates real impact. Vision without execution is fantasy. Execution without vision is chaos. You need both, imagination to see the future, and persistence to build it. Focus on the long game. Instant gratification is the enemy of mastery. The best things take time, real time. It takes years to build something that lasts. Patience isn't weakness, it's power. The willingness to wait, to refine, to keep working when results are invisible. That's what separates the good from the great. Lead with purpose, not ego. Power built on ego collapses. Power built on purpose endures. People follow authenticity, not authority. Be honest about what drives you. Be transparent. Be real. In a world full of noise, authenticity is rare. And rare things always stand out. And when you finally succeed, when the world finally sees what you've built, don't stop. Keep going. Because progress never ends. There's always another horizon, another challenge, another boundary to push. Remember, the goal isn't just to build a company, or a product, or a fortune. The goal is to move humanity forward. To make life better, easier, more connected, more alive. That's what it means to build for the future. So keep going. Keep building. Keep thinking bigger. Because one day, the impossible will become inevitable, and you'll be the reason why. Every morning you wake up, you're given another chance to build something that matters. Most people waste it chasing comfort, validation, or distractions. But the truth is, comfort never made history. Every great breakthrough was born out of discomfort, frustration, and the refusal to settle for good enough. You have to train your mind to love the process more than the result. Everyone wants success. Few want the grind. The late nights, the failed prototypes, the rejections, the moments when it feels like everything's falling apart. But those are the moments that shape you. That's where strength is built. Don't expect instant results. Trees don't grow overnight. Rockets don't launch without testing. Ideas don't become revolutions in a week. You need patience, but not passive patience. Active patience. The kind where you keep working, improving, and learning while time catches up with your effort. Don't fear being misunderstood. Visionaries always are. When you see the world differently, people will call you crazy, unrealistic, arrogant, even foolish. That's fine. They said the same to every innovator before you. Remember, ridicule is often the first recognition of something new. Surround yourself with people who share your obsession. People who care more about progress than comfort. Who would rather build than talk. A great team is not built on talent alone, but on shared belief. The belief that what you're doing matters, even when no one else believes it yet. Be brutally honest, especially with yourself. Don't lie to protect your ego. Face your weaknesses, analyze your mistakes, and learn fast. Growth requires self-awareness, not self-delusion. You can't improve what you refuse to acknowledge. Protect your vision. The world will try to distract you with trends, opinions, noise. But if you know what you're building and why, stay focused. You don't need everyone's approval. You just need progress. Learn from everyone, but copy no one. Inspiration is good, imitation is lazy. Take what you learn, reshape it, and make it your own. The world doesn't need another version of something that already exists. It needs something new, something better, something only you can build. Move fast, but don't rush. There's a difference. Rushing comes from panic. Moving fast comes from clarity. When you know exactly what you're aiming for, you can make decisions quickly, not recklessly, but decisively. Keep your curiosity alive. The moment you stop asking questions, you stop evolving. Curiosity turns work into exploration. It's what allows you to see patterns others miss, to connect ideas that don't seem related, to innovate instead of imitate. Understand this. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a part of it. Every time you fail, you're discovering another way that doesn't work, which means you're closer to one that does. The only real failure is quitting too early. Don't let success make you soft. The higher you climb, the easier it becomes to stop pushing. But comfort kills creativity. Keep the beginner's mindset, the hunger, the curiosity, the drive. The best innovators never stop feeling like students. Be patient with people, but impatient with problems. Move fast on what slows progress. Build systems that solve issues, not excuses. If something doesn't work, fix it. Don't wait for permission. The faster you solve problems, the faster you grow. And when you lead, lead with purpose. Real leadership isn't about control, it's about inspiration. It's about creating an environment where others want to give their best because they believe in the mission as much as you do. Remember, legacy isn't about how much you achieve, it's about how much you inspire others to achieve. The goal isn't just to succeed alone, it's to make success contagious. One day, the world will look back and call it innovation. But today, it's just hard work, endless testing, failing, learning, rebuilding. Keep going. Because the future doesn't belong to those who wait for it, it belongs to those who build it. Keep building. Keep believing. Keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Because someday, people won't just remember what you built, they'll remember that you never gave up on it. Every great journey begins with a simple decision, the decision to start. Most people never make it past that point. They wait for clarity, for motivation, for the right moment. But the truth is, clarity comes after you start, not before. You build certainty through action, not thought. You can't think your way into greatness. You have to work your way there. You have to take risks, make mistakes, and learn faster than everyone else. Progress rewards movement, not hesitation. The world changes for the ones who dare to move first. Never underestimate the power of small, consistent effort. One disciplined day doesn't change your life, but 1,000 will. Consistency compounds. The habits you repeat daily shape the person you become. Every action is a vote for your future self. Don't let fear disguise itself as logic. It's not the right time. I'm not ready. I'll start after I learn more. Those are just fear in a professional outfit. You'll never be fully ready. You become ready by doing. Every master was once a beginner who decided to start before they felt prepared. You have to learn to be comfortable with uncertainty. When you're building something new, there are no guarantees, no map, no instructions, no safety net. But that's what makes it worth it. Certainty is the enemy of innovation. If you need a guarantee, you'll never do anything truly original. Don't measure success by how much you've earned. Measure it by how much you've learned. Knowledge compounds faster than money. Every skill you master, every challenge you face, every obstacle you overcome, it all builds a foundation that can never be taken away. Be relentless about improvement. No matter how good something is, there's always a better version waiting to be discovered. The people who change the world never settle for good enough. They keep refining, optimizing, and pushing until they reach something extraordinary. Silence the noise. The world is full of opinions, trends, and distractions trying to pull your attention in every direction. But the best builders focus deeply on their mission. The louder the world gets, the more valuable focus becomes. Attention is your most precious currency. Spend it wisely. Surround yourself with people who think differently. Diversity of thought creates innovation. If everyone agrees, you're not thinking big enough. You need people who challenge you, question you, and push your ideas beyond their limits. Disagreement, when grounded in respect, is a sign of progress. Don't seek approval, seek truth. The truth about what works, what doesn't, and what needs to change. Approval feels good for a moment. Truth lasts forever. Be more interested in getting it right than being right. Embrace the grind. The early stages are the hardest, not because the work is impossible, but because it's invisible. You'll be putting in effort without immediate results. That's where most people quit. But if you can keep going when no one notices, You'll earn the kind of momentum that can't be stopped later. Let failure teach you, not define you. Failure is feedback. It tells you what needs to change. The faster you fail, the faster you learn. The faster you learn, the faster you win. The only real mistake is refusing to adapt. Keep your goals ambitious, but your focus narrow. You can dream of changing the world, but you do it by solving one problem at a time. Aim high, work small, move fast. That's the formula for exponential growth. Remember, leadership isn't about being in charge. It's about taking responsibility. It's about standing firm when things fall apart, inspiring others to keep going, and showing through your actions what's possible. Stay humble. No matter how much you achieve, there's always more to learn. Arrogance blinds you to new opportunities. Humility keeps you open, curious, and adaptable, and that's what keeps you ahead. And when it gets hard, when it feels like everything's against you, remind yourself why you started. Purpose gives power to persistence. If the mission matters deeply enough, no obstacle is big enough to stop you. One day, the things you're struggling through will become the reason others believe they can do it too. You'll be the proof that impossible is just a word, until someone like you decides to prove it wrong. So keep pushing. Keep questioning. Keep building. Because every time you refuse to quit, the future shifts just a little closer to becoming reality. Every time you take a step toward your vision, no matter how small, you're reshaping the future. Progress doesn't always roar. Sometimes it whispers. Sometimes it's just you alone, working quietly while the world sleeps. But those quiet hours, that's where the real breakthroughs happen. Don't wait for motivation. Create it. Motivation is unreliable. Discipline is not. Some days you'll feel unstoppable. Other days you'll feel empty. What matters is that you show up anyway. Success doesn't belong to the most talented. It belongs to the most consistent. The best ideas often sound strange at first. That's how you know you're onto something original. If everyone instantly understands your vision, it's probably not big enough. Innovation lives in the space between what exists and what could exist. You don't need permission to build something extraordinary. You don't need approval from experts or validation from the crowd. History has never been shaped by people waiting for permission. It's been shaped by those who decided to act, even when they stood alone. The world rewards those who create more value than they consume. If you focus on solving problems, on building things that make life better, you'll never have to chase success. It will chase you. Contribution creates meaning. Meaning creates momentum. Be patient with your growth. You're not behind. You're just early. Everything takes longer than you expect. Building something real isn't supposed to be easy. It's supposed to test you, stretch you, shape you into the kind of person capable of carrying the vision forward. Learn to detach your identity from your outcomes. You can fail without being a failure. You can make mistakes without losing your worth. The goal isn't perfection, it's evolution. Every iteration makes you sharper, stronger, better. Stay grounded. No matter how far you go, never lose your sense of wonder. Remember what it felt like when the dream was just an idea. Hold on to that energy. It's the spark that keeps creation alive. When you hit obstacles, and you will, don't see them as roadblocks. See them as filters. They exist to separate those who are interested from those who are committed. Every difficulty is testing your depth of belief. If you truly believe, you'll keep going. Avoid the illusion of speed. Moving fast doesn't mean moving smart. The goal isn't to rush, it's to progress efficiently. Measure your success not by how quickly you finish, but by how well you build. A weak foundation collapses under pressure. A strong one lasts for generations. Focus on building systems, not just results. Systems create repeatability. They remove emotion from execution. Results are temporary. Systems are permanent. A good system keeps you moving forward even when motivation fades. You'll meet people who doubt you, sometimes even people close to you. Don't take it personally. They're not doubting you. They're doubting what they can't imagine yet. It's not your job to convince them. It's your job to show them. Stay curious. Curiosity is a superpower. It keeps your mind alive, open, and adaptable. When you stop being curious, you stop evolving. Keep asking questions, especially the uncomfortable ones. That's how new realities are discovered. Remember, success isn't just about what you achieve, it's about who you become in the process. The mindset, the discipline, the resilience, those are the real rewards. The external wins are just reflections of your internal growth. And when you finally reach a milestone, don't celebrate for too long. Look up, look ahead, and ask, what's next? The goal isn't to arrive, it's to keep advancing, to keep pushing the limits of what's possible. The future doesn't belong to the smartest, or the richest, or the luckiest. It belongs to the ones who refuse to stop. The ones who wake up every day and keep building, not because they have to, but because they must. So keep going. Keep refining. Keep daring to dream bigger than logic allows. Because the world needs people who are willing to imagine what doesn't exist, and then work until it does. There will be days when nothing works. When every plan falls apart, every effort seems wasted, and every step forward feels like 2 steps back. Those are the days that matter most. Because anyone can move when things are easy, but only the relentless keep going when it's hard. You have to understand, real progress is invisible at first. It's happening beneath the surface, in the unseen hours. The world won't notice the late nights, the sacrifices, the moments of doubt. But one day it will see the results, and they'll call it overnight success. Don't be fooled. Overnight success is just the visible part of a lifetime of persistence. Every problem you face is an opportunity in disguise. Most people run from problems. Innovators run toward them. Because within every difficulty lies a hidden solution, and that solution is where value is created. Learn to see frustration as fuel. The greater the challenge, the greater the potential for growth. When you think you've reached your limit, you haven't. You've only reached the edge of your comfort zone. That's where the next version of you begins. Growth is uncomfortable by design. It's supposed to stretch you, to force you to evolve into someone stronger than before. Never underestimate the power of consistency. One focused hour a day, every day, can outwork bursts of inspiration followed by weeks of inactivity. Momentum compounds, like interest, and over time, it becomes unstoppable. The secret is not intensity, it's endurance. Your ideas will be criticized. Your dreams will be doubted. But remember, those who criticize the most often build the least. Don't argue with skeptics. Let your results speak. Time silences doubt better than words ever could. Don't get lost chasing validation. External approval is fragile. It disappears the moment you stop performing for it. Build for yourself, for your vision, for the impact you want to create. True fulfillment comes from alignment, not applause. Your journey won't look like anyone else's. Stop comparing timelines. Some people peak early, others take years to bloom. What matters isn't when you arrive, but that you arrive, and that you stay true to what you're building along the way. Learn to rest, not to quit. Even the strongest minds need recovery. Rest is not weakness, it's part of the process. Recharge, reset, and return sharper. Burnout destroys more dreams than failure ever will. Keep your circle small, but strong. Surround yourself with people who challenge you, not just cheer for you. The right people will hold you accountable, not comfortable. They'll push you to see further, to aim higher, to keep evolving. Don't let fear control your direction. Fear is a compass. It points toward what matters most. If something scares you, it's often a sign that it's worth pursuing. Courage isn't the absence of fear, it's the decision to move forward despite it. Success requires obsession. Not the shallow kind, but the kind that consumes your thoughts, fuels your actions, and pulls you out of bed when you'd rather sleep. The kind that refuses to settle for good enough. Because progress doesn't come from balance. It comes from focus. Be adaptable. The world changes faster than ever. What works today may fail tomorrow. Stay curious, stay flexible, and keep reinventing yourself. The ability to pivot, to learn, unlearn, and relearn, will always outlast rigid perfection. Every day, ask yourself one question: did I move forward today? Even if it's 1 inch, 1 idea, 1 action, progress is progress. You don't need massive leaps every day, you just need momentum. Tiny improvements, compounded over time, change everything. And when you start to doubt yourself, remember this: everything around you is built by people no smarter than you. People who simply refuse to stop. The world changes because someone decided to try one more time. So keep going. Keep building. Keep believing. The future isn't waiting for permission, it's waiting for you to create it. At some point, you'll realize that success isn't about luck, it's about persistence. Most people stop too early. They hit resistance, face rejection, or get tired of waiting for results, and they quit. But those who keep moving, even slowly, always find a way through. The finish line belongs to the stubborn. Every vision starts as a seed, fragile, unseen, easily dismissed. But if you protect it, feed it with effort, water it with patience, and shield it from negativity, it grows. Others won't understand what you're building in the beginning, and that's fine. It's not their job to see it. It's yours. There will be noise, critics, doubters, endless distractions. You'll be tempted to defend yourself, to explain your choices. Don't. Every moment spent explaining is a moment not spent building. Silence speaks louder when it's followed by results. You'll have to make sacrifices. Real ones. Late nights. Missed parties. Lost comfort. People will call it obsession. Let them. Obsession is what turns dreams into reality. You can't create something extraordinary with ordinary effort. Understand this. The path won't always be fair. Others might have advantages, more connections, more money, more luck. But consistency outlasts privilege. The person who refuses to give up eventually overtakes the one who coasts on advantage. You don't have to have it all figured out. No one does. Progress is built on experimentation, trying, failing, adjusting, and trying again. The only way to discover what works is to go through what doesn't. Every wrong turn teaches you something right. When you feel overwhelmed, simplify. Focus on the next small step. Complexity kills execution. Progress doesn't come from doing everything. It comes from doing the right things consistently. One move, one choice, one task at a time. Never let temporary emotions dictate permanent decisions. Frustration passes, regret lasts. When you feel like giving up, pause. Don't stop. Take a break, take a breath, and then take another step forward. You will lose sometimes, money, people, opportunities. But never lose your hunger. Hunger is your greatest asset. It keeps you learning, adapting, evolving. The moment you lose hunger, you lose momentum. Be kind, but not comfortable. Respect people, uplift them, but don't lower your standards to keep them close. Growth requires distance from anything or anyone that limits your potential. The best way to predict the future is to build it. Every invention, every advancement, every movement, it all started with someone who refused to accept things as they were. They didn't wait for the world to change. They changed it. Work in silence, but dream loudly. Let your vision be so strong that it pulls you forward when motivation fades. Vision is what keeps you alive when everything else seems impossible. And when success comes, stay humble. Remember the struggle, remember the grind, remember what it felt like when nobody believed in you. Arrogance kills growth. Curiosity keeps it alive. Give more than you take. The people who create lasting impact are the ones who contribute without keeping score. Help others rise, share knowledge, build something that outlives you. That's real success, leaving the world a little better than you found it. Every day is another chance to push the boundaries of what's possible, to test your limits, to see how far belief can go when matched with effort. Don't waste that chance. Because in the end, it's not the years that define your legacy, it's what you did with them. The sleepless nights, the hard choices, the quiet resilience. Those moments become the story of who you are. So keep going. Keep building. Keep evolving. The world doesn't need more followers. It needs more builders. People bold enough to imagine what doesn't exist and brave enough to make it real.